Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Mackenzie, my brother, we need to have a serious conversation. I watched you unleash your legal team on the Open Chats podcast, filing criminal charges and demanding accountability for their racist comments about the colored community, which was very heroic of you. I saw you on television playing the righteous defender of dignity and respect. But here's the little problem I had with your big performance. You're the last person who should be casting stones at these young people about racism. Let me refresh your memory, Minister. Your old social media posts show you using the K word like butter, and even your best friend Kenny Kunene had to come out defending you, claiming you were nothing but quoting Gandhi, and that it was taken out of context. Is that true, Mr. Gayton? You used racial slurs, but it was just quoting Gandhi? That's the best defense your own ally could come up with. Even Ronaldo Jose, who got destroyed for his own controversial past, is clapping back at your K-word bombshell. You have admitted to hating white people on live television, yet now you want to be the moral authority on racial sensitivity. The audacity and hypocrisy is staggering. You claim to be a man of faith, so let me remind you of something Jesus Christ himself said. Let he who has never sinned cast the first stone. But here you are throwing boulders at young content creators trying to make something for themselves while your own racist past is more documented than a Wikipedia page. Maybe you learned your lesson and you're trying to look out for the younger generation. You know, that's righteous of you. Who am I? Maybe I'm judging too much. I'm not saying don't call out racism, but you, sir, have taken this way too far. Kitty's playing over there. You're not casting the first stone. You're launching missiles from a glass house. And I want to be crystal clear with you. I'm not defending the Open Chats podcast about the colored community. To the colored community, those people's comments were wrong, it was hateful, and it deserved consequences. Calling an entire community crazy and alleging incestuous behavior is inexcusable, and there needs to be consequences because that's downright racism. They should face consequences, learn from their mistakes, and do better. No argument there. But you, Gayton McKenzie, are not the person to tell people about how evil this is and pretend that you want to deliver that justice all of a sudden, knowing that you're doing this so that we all forget about Kenny Kunene and DJ Somebody. Here's what's baffling me. You're the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture. You're vowing to take legal action against young people trying to build something for themselves on YouTube, while your own racist history is more extensive than theirs. You've built a whole political career on being controversial and speaking your mind. But when young creators do the same thing, which is very wrong, and copy you, you want to destroy them completely. They get to suffer and you don't. Where was this energy when you were the racist? Where was this accountability when you were the one saying the K word and you were the one spreading hate? I used to fire people on the spot when they used to use the K word. Says the man who's probably said it more than any racist white person he claims to have hated back then. The PA has filed criminal charges and served legal letters against these podcast hosts. Your legal team is working overtime to hold them accountable. But let me ask you something. Who held you accountable when you were spreading racial hatred? When you were your own young self back in the day, who was filing charges against you when you admitted to hating entire racial groups? Who demanded consequences for your racist language when you would sit there in front of live television and claim to hate white people in front of the whole world to see? You have rebranded yourself from a racist ex-con to a reformed politician. And now you expect us to forget your past while you destroy others for theirs. You've built your entire political brand on being the reformed bad boy who found Jesus and has changed his ways. We are supposed to believe in redemption, forgiveness, and second chances, but only when it's Gayton McKenzie, am I right? But these young creators, no redemption for them, no forgiveness, because they're not Gayton McKenzie. They're not the leader of the PA, right? We only forgive Gayton McKenzie for his racist past. The same grace you demand for yourself, you refuse to extend for others. Is that justice? Or is that revenge that has been dressed up as righteousness? Let me tell you what this is really about, Gayton. This isn't about the colored community, you protecting the colored community from racism. This is about protecting your political image and how different you have become. You are using these young creators as sacrificial lambs to prove that you've changed. Whereas, while never actually taking actual accountability for your own racist past. It's performative justice at its most cynical level. Here is what a truly reformed person would have done. Number one, you would have acknowledged your past. Say things like, I used to say terrible things too, and I know the pain it causes. Cool. Don't make people feel sorry for you. You would have helped these young people learn from your mistakes. You would have promoted healing. You should have said we can all do better. These kids must face their actions, and they must pay for it, but we can all do better than this. Not try to destroy them and even contact YouTube. Because instead you choose persecution over redemption, destruction over education. You chose hypocrisy over healing. By your own standard, Gayton, you should have been criminally charged, should have been legally pursued, and your career should have been destroyed years ago for your racist statements, just like what happened with Ronaldo Jose. But society chose to give you room to grow, you room to change and contribute positively. Not for Ronaldo, did it? And stop denying that same opportunity for others then. Minister McKenzie, your response to the open chats controversy reveals everything we need to know about your character. You are not the reformed champion of justice you pretend to be. You are a hypocrite who demands grace for himself while showing none to others. Only forgive McKenzie and the PA when a random black kid does it in open chats podcast, destroy him and everything and everyone he owns and loves. These young creators deserve consequences. I agree with you. But they also deserve the same chance at redemption you have been given. Your selective outrage isn't righteousness. It's hypocrisy with a government salary. If you truly want to help heal our country's racial wounds, you must start by acknowledging your own role in creating them. Stop throwing stones from your glass house to distract people from your skeletons in your closet and start building bridges with the same energy you're using to destroy others. Our Lord Jesus Christ preached forgiveness, redemption, and second chances. Maybe it's time you actually practiced what he preached. And maybe it's time you give open chats the same chance you were given when you were a racist yourself. Share this video if you're tired of hypocritical politicians, and subscribe for more truth-telling that politicians don't want you to hear. When your past is more problematic than the people you are prosecuting, maybe sit this one out, Minister. That's from the Sambit.